I think we've had conversations on the podcast before about, virtual assistants and bringing people in to do those kinds of things. And I'm sure that there's still, very much a role for them, but, to have the technology sense the next step and to take care of that for you and for you to trust it to do that, I think is a really huge productivity step.
100%. And like, this is, I am using AI and the booking agents on that and to manage my calendar. I've always been like really guarded on my calendar. Like I never use the great products like Calendly because people are always trying to grab time and it's like, I want to manage it. I want to control it. And so, even though I love the product and a good friend started it, but it was like, I just never felt like I would give that level of control. And, but I feel much better about AI because it's not just hey, here's an open look at my calendar, grab the time where you need it. It's, I can put rules in on who can access that and, how do I open up various amounts of time and things like that. And so I'm, I think probably the role of the executive assistant, like most roles, will change. And I think I've gotten over in the last probably 2 months, almost every role is going to change with AI. Definitely. I can't, like, there's very few things. And I was thinking like the trades and things like that. Like if you're a plumber, maybe AI wouldn't do that, but I'm almost certain that robots will do that at some point in the future. Will do the plumbing work.
Yeah.
And there might be a few trades and things, electrical, where you need really fine motor skills to be able to, to provide service in a certain area or not. But I think almost everything is, ultimately going to be somewhat augmented or replaced by either robots that are empowered with artificial intelligence or some other form, software or whatever it might be, empowered by artificial intelligence. And the example I would give, if you haven't seen on like TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, the robotic barbers that cut hair.
No, that scares me.
It does?
Yes.
Well, I have to tell you, you should watch the video because humans will make a little mistake or they don't quite get all the hair so that it's, but a robot never makes that mistake.
Oh,
and they do it like the video I was watching on this was doing it with like laser guided clippings. And so it was like, and the other thing that they were capable of doing is taking a picture before it started and said, do you want your hair like X, Y, Z? And it could show you options. And you could say, I want it like that. And then they could basically do it exactly like that. And
after mocking it up with your face.
With your face. So I started thinking to myself, like, that's got to be, in general, a barber, which you might even, or a stylist, or you might describe as somewhat of an artist, and they work with you and consult on, hey, I want to go shorter or whatever. But a robot could actually show you what the outcome might be, so you could really see it on your face. And so, and if you haven't seen the videos, you should go check it out. It's like super awesome.
But, going to have to see that.
But I think most jobs are going to be impacted, and most jobs significantly impacted by AI. And I historically have been of the view that technology creates more jobs and it disrupts. I'm not so sure about AI, and it's the first time that and really because I've become very familiar with the tools and the challenges of the tools, but once solved, what the power of what they can do. And they're just going to replace a lot of human work. And so I end up wondering is it going to replace more jobs than not?
And it creates.
And we can expand on that as we go through this. But my personal goal is, I'm taking the approach of how do we augment all of our team members, but how do we augment the firm